I tested all of the best e-readers of 2026, and in this video, I am going to rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all of the products will be in the description below. PocketBook Basic Lux 4. This is definitely for the reader on a strict budget who just wants the basics without any extra fluff. It's got that classic 6-inch e-ink Carta screen, which is super easy on the eyes, but man, that micro USB port feels so outdated in 2026. I love that it keeps physical buttons in a micro SD slot for extra storage, though the lack of a warm light and Bluetooth for audiobooks really stings for me. If you just need a simple, lightweight device to read your EPUBs and don't care about the bells and whistles, I'm putting this one in average tier. Amazon Kindle Paperwhite 2024. I am absolutely blown away by how fast this thing is. The page turns are basically instant now, and that 7-inch screen is the perfect sweet spot for immersive reading. It's fully waterproof, and the battery life is just legendary, lasting me weeks and weeks even with the brightness turned up. While it's annoying that it's locked into the Amazon ecosystem, the hardware is so polished and the display contrast is so sharp that I have no choice. This is going straight into God tier. Onyx Boos Tab Ultra C Pro. This is less of an e-reader and more of a productivity beast with a 10.3-inch Kaleido 3 color screen that makes comics and PDFs look incredible. I love having full Android access to download any app I want, and that 16-megapixel camera is a wild but useful addition for scanning documents. It's definitely heavy and the battery drains much faster than a standard Kindle because of that powerful processor, but for the power user who wants it all, I'm ranking this in God tier. PocketBook Verse Pro. I really appreciate how compact and premium this feels, with its 300 ppi screen and full IPX8 waterproofing for reading in the tub. It's great that it supports so many different file formats without needing to convert anything, but the software can feel a bit sluggish compared to the bigger players. It's a solid, reliable choice for people who hate being locked into one store, and for that reason, I'm placing it in good tier. Kobo Libra Colour. The addition of color to the Libra line is a total game changer for me, especially since it also supports stylus input for marking up my favorite books. The physical page turn buttons feel amazing, and the integration with Libby for library books is the smoothest in the business. Even though the color layer makes the screen look slightly darker than a black and white display, the overall experience is just too good to ignore. I'm putting this in God tier. Amazon Kindle. This entry-level device provides a distraction-free reading experience with a sharp 300 ppi display and weeks of battery life that Amazon is famous for. While it finally has USB-C and enough storage for thousands of books, I am really disappointed that it still lacks a warm light setting and waterproofing, which makes it feel a bit dated compared to its rivals. It is perfect for casual readers who just want the basics and access to a massive ebook store, but for me, it sits firmly in the average tier. PocketBook InkPad Color 3. I am absolutely obsessed with how vibrant this Kaleido 3 color screen looks, making it a dream for anyone who reads comics or graphic novels. It packs high-end features like a built-in speaker, Bluetooth for audiobooks, and full IPX8 waterproofing, though the software can feel a bit clunky and slow compared to a tablet. This is the go-to choice for visual readers who need more than just black and white text, and I'm placing it in the good tier. Mibook M8. Having full Android 14 on an e-reader is a total game changer because you can download any app you want from the Google Play Store, from Kindle to Libby. However, the front light is surprisingly dim, and the stylus experience is honestly abysmal, which is a huge letdown for a device that tries to be a pro tablet. If you are a tech-savvy user who needs app flexibility, it is fine, but because of those hardware flaws, I'm putting it in the average tier. PocketBook Era. This is easily one of the most beautiful e-readers I have ever held, with an asymmetrical design and physical page turn buttons that feel incredibly premium. The performance is snappy thanks to the Carta 1200 tech, and the battery life is literally the best I've ever tested, lasting over a month on a single charge. Despite some minor screen contrast issues, the overall build quality and speaker support make this a winner, so I'm moving it into the great tier. Kobo Clara BW. I am blown away by the Carta 1300 display on this little guy. The contrast is stunning and the text looks like it's floating on the surface of the screen. It is incredibly lightweight and even includes a warm light feature that its basic Kindle competitor misses, though the plastic body does feel a little bit budget. It is the absolute best value for minimalist readers who want the latest screen tech without the bulk, and for that, I'm giving it the great tier. Kobo Clara Color. This tiny powerhouse is easily the most exciting release for anyone who wants to spice up their library without breaking the bank. I love how light it feels in my hand, and honestly, seeing my book covers and highlights in actual color is such a vibe, even if the text contrast isn't quite as sharp as a standard black and white screen. It's the perfect companion for commuters or casual readers who dabble in graphic novels, and because it's waterproof and surprisingly affordable, I am placing this firmly in the great tier. Nook Glow Light 4 Plus. I really wanted to love this because those physical page turn buttons feel so satisfying, but the software experience is just a total mood killer. It feels incredibly laggy when you're just trying to open a book. And while the 7.8-inch screen is a nice size, the display can look a bit washed out if you're reading under bright lights. It's a decent choice if you're already deep in the Barnes & Noble ecosystem and need that headphone jack for audiobooks, but for me, it lands in the average tier. Onyx Boos Go 10.3. This thing is an absolute beauty, and the screen is hands down one of the crispest I've ever seen on an e-ink device. I'm obsessed with how thin and premium it feels, and having full access to the Google Play Store means I can actually use my favorite apps like Obsidian or Kindle on one device. You do lose the front light, which is a massive pain for reading in bed, but the writing experience feels so much like real paper that I have to put this in the great tier. Kobo Ellipse 2E. If you're a student or someone who needs to mark up PDFs all day, this is such a reliable workhorse with fantastic library integration via Overdrive. The 10.3-inch screen is great for big documents, and while the 227 ppi resolution isn't the highest on the market, I barely notice the difference when I'm actually reading. It's a bit plasticky compared to the premium metal rivals, but the software is snappy enough that I'm giving it a solid spot in the good tier. Amazon Kindle Scribe 2024. Amazon finally fixed the one thing that annoyed me by adding active canvas, so now my handwritten notes actually stay attached to the text even if I change the font size. The new white bezel design looks super clean, and the AI tools for summarizing my messy meeting notes are a total lifesaver. It is definitely on the pricier side, but the writing feel is so buttery smooth that I'm putting this right into the great tier. This huge 11.8-inch canvas color display is an absolute game changer for anyone who lives in PDFs or needs to take serious handwritten notes with a splash of color. The active stylus tech makes writing feel incredibly responsive, almost like a fine-tipped Sharpie, though the high price and lack of an open app store might frustrate you if you want more than a focused digital notebook. Honestly, the premium build and that textured, paper-like feel are just unmatched for professional use, so I'm putting this straight into God tier. BOOX Palma 2. I am obsessed with this phone-sized form factor because it fits perfectly in one hand and even has a snappy new processor and a fingerprint scanner for quick access. It runs full Android, so you can literally dump any reading app on it, but the lack of a stylus and some ghosting and fast refresh modes are the only real bummers here. Since it's basically the ultimate portable reading companion for people on the move, I'm giving it a very solid great tier. Onyx Boos Go Color 7. The 300 ppi Kaleido 3 screen on this 7-inch device makes book covers and comics look surprisingly vibrant while keeping text sharp. I love that it has physical page turn buttons and full Google Play support, even if the screen looks a little dim without the front light on. Because it balances versatility and a great reading experience so well, I'm ranking this in great tier. PocketBook Verse Pro Color. This little 6-inch reader is surprisingly tough with its IPX8 waterproofing and physical buttons, making it a great choice for reading by the pool or in the bath. It's super portable and supports a ton of formats without needing conversion, but the software can feel a bit sluggish compared to the Android powerhouses. It's a reliable, eye-friendly color e-reader for casual fans, so I'm placing it in good tier. Bigme B751C. The ghosting management on this device is actually impressive, and having an open Android system with a global handwriting mode is a huge plus for taking notes in any app. However, the built-in software feels half-baked, and the stylus latency is noticeably worse than the top-tier competitors, which makes the whole experience feel a bit clunky. It's a decent budget-friendly color option, but with those software frustrations, I have to put it in average tier. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best e-readers for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.